Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy J Quad, and I'm here with a video. Alright, this video is gonna be shot strictly raw on the fucking iPhone, straight off the iPhone. We're not gonna use no special gear or anything for this video, but I just wanna come on here and really just let you know, because this is something that I was going through for a while, right? Is we all want success like this. We all want microwave results, right? We don't want the shit cooked in the oven, right? We want it instantly. We want the success today, tomorrow, right? Instead of falling in love with the process, falling in love with the game, because I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you, as fast as you got the success is as fast as you can lose it, right? So if you have an overnight success, it's as fast as you can lose it. I promise you it is, right? You know, if you don't have that drive, if you don't have the discipline to stay consistent, right? When you make it to the top, you're going to get comfortable. And when you get comfortable, guess what? You're going to fall off, right? So when you're in this progress, or when you're in this stage, whether it's you start a business, whether you're creating content and you want clients, or you want subscribers, or you want, followers, whatever the case may be, you have to remember, right? People are going to naturally gravitate towards you if you can become the person people want to be like, people want to admire, people want to, eventually inspire to be, and that's what some of the best CEOs do is, they have that aura, people will say, and people gravitate towards that leadership. People gravitate towards, their accolades, right? If you can stay consistent, your team is gonna be consistent, right? So it's about enjoying the fucking journey, right? You gotta enjoy this shit, right? Because when you make it to the top, right, and you buy everything you dreamed of, I promise you, I haven't done it yet. So but I promise you, because I have bought shit that I was like, okay, I want this, I'm gonna get it. It's just like Christmas, right? When you get that gift that you always wanted, right? And you're happy for a week, and then it becomes normal, right? That's gonna be the same feeling you feel with the byproducts you get from the success, right? So it's so important to fall in love with the journey. Have fun, right? Don't do something that feels forceful, right? I can get on camera and talk because I like it. Like I actually love it. It's like my therapy, right? But when it comes to certain things, like if I don't like it, or it's not me, right? Whenever I get the success, I'm gonna crash and burn. You get what I'm saying? So it's so important to build the things the right way, right? Like everybody wants success, but they're not willing to put in the work to get the success, right? And I promise you, if you can just learn to have fun with the fucking journey, every day you'll wake up and you'll feel fulfilled. You'll feel ready to fucking, dominate the day. And really just journaling helps with that. Gratitude, meditation, that shit helps with it, because you're constantly visualizing what, like, the accolades. You're constantly visualizing what you're working towards, and this keeps you going. This keeps you thrilled. It's like, okay, yeah, this is what I'm working towards. Boom, boom. So every day you wake up and you meditate and you write down your goals, what you're thankful for, you rewire your whole mindset. The way of thinking, like your old way of thinking, changes completely. And once you start to think different, you start to walk different, talk different, feel different, and you're excited. People see that. And then whenever you stay, because then this is going to build the momentum. This is what's going to build the consistency, right? And when you're consistent, I'm telling you, when you're fucking consistent, it hits. Like it's a different type of feeling, because when you're consistent, right, you start to get obsessed. And obsession is what drives success, right? When you get super, super, super obsessed, you start to win. And this is my one thing. Don't push, don't take your foot off the brakes, right? Just give it gas. Give it gas all the way. Like, don't stop. Like, just because you hit one of your goals, right? Let's say your goal is $100,000, 100,000 subscribers, 100,000 followers, right? When you get at that achievement, right? I promise you, right? The moment you say, you know what, this is all I need. I'm comfortable. I'm gonna just stay here. And you stop holding on, like you stop doing the work, you stop putting in the work, right? That part of being bored, like it becomes boring, right? This is when you have to push to your fucking limits, bro. And you are going to have it in you to push even harder. I promise you. You're going to have it in you to push even harder, right? Now you have to unlock a different level of having fun in the process, right? Now you have to figure out how can you just keep getting better from this point on, right? It's just like the gym, right? When you hit the gym consistently for 6 months, you're going to build the muscles, right? You're going to build the muscles, but now, right, in order to look even more jacked, right, you might have to eat a little bit more protein. You might have to take more creatine. You got to take more supplements. You got to lift way more weights. You got to lift heavier, right, to then start to see the next set of gains, right? But if you can constantly rep 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, consistently for 6 months, right? You will see the results. Other people will see the results. And there's going to be a feedback loop. Once you are in this feedback loop, you're going to feel like a fucking celebrity, right? You're going to have random people telling you, oh, I see your videos. Oh, okay, yeah. People complimenting. It might be clients. They're like, oh, yeah, thank you for the results, right? And when you're in this feedback loop, this drives so much obsession because now you're noticing that you're actually fucking good at what you do, right? You're actually fucking good, right? And then this, right, is constantly it's constantly telling you over and over and over and over again, yo, you got this, you got this, you got this. And then you keep the visualization in, like, you keep the destination in your fucking mind, right? So you can see that every fucking day. You have all these feedback loops, right? Your confidence is at its all-time peak because you're winning, right? Now you want to help other people do the same shit because you already found the blueprints. I mean, for me, right? But some people don't, right? But this is exactly how it fucking goes, bro. I'm telling you, like, this is literally exactly how it goes, right? When you start to become consistent and you start to meditate, write in your journal, all that shit, look at it every day, be happy, grateful. You start to see shit starting to align. Opportunities come, right? Random shit just show up out of like thin air, right? All of a sudden a brand hits you up. Now you got your first sponsorship, right? You got your first brand deal. And this is how it fucking goes, right? A video fucking goes viral. And it's all because you start meditating. It's all because you started rewiring your whole mindset. You started changing your frequency. When you change your frequency, I promise you, people can sense that, right? And when you're at a low frequency, low vibration, people can sense that, right? You're talking like this, life is okay, right? But if you got a high frequency, you happy about life. Life excites you. Waking up excites you. Posting videos excites you, right? And I've been in both chairs. I've been in that low frequency vibration, and I've been in the high frequency vibration. And when I'm in my high frequency, it's because I'm doing the right shit. I'm doing the shit that I have to do every single day. The thing is staying consistent with it, right? Because there might be a day where you're like, I meditated all week last week. I'm gonna just take a break, And the moment you take that break, right, it creates that feedback loop on that, right? Oh, we can take breaks now. We can take breaks now. And now you're taking so many fucking breaks that now you're breaking the habit, right? So you have to turn this into a habit all over again, right? For the success, right? Because that's the one thing, like, when you fall off, right? Let's say you're at the fucking top and you stop doing everything, right? You're like, fuck, I'm not even gonna make, like, let's say you hit a million fucking followers. You're like, fuck, I'm not posting videos no more. I'm gonna just chill out, chillax, just sit down here, and get comfortable, and just whatever happens, happens. A week go by, you probably still averaging the same views, you still got people liking, commenting, 2 weeks go by, you're like, it is what it is, not as many people are, like, probably like 75% of people still liking the videos and all that. Then a month goes by, right? You down to 40-30% of people that you have just, liking the videos and here and there, subscribing. You still got a little bit of subscribers coming in from the videos that already popped off. And then you get to a point, right? 2-3 months go by, right? You're not doing shit no more. Now you're in this fucking hole, right? And bro, I was in this hole. It fucking sucks because now all the success, all the momentum that you've created is gone, right? Gone, right? This is the point where 99% of people just give up, right? Completely. They're, you know what? I didn't really like that, right? This is the boring part, right? This is the boring part that you had to push to see the success, to become the Kai Cenats, to become the IShowSpeeds, to become the Mr. Beasts, right? This is the point. And it's that boring part. It's that part where, you still got people who support you. You got people watching your videos. You got people commenting, but you got bored of it. And you feel like you mastered the game. So you just went to the next, or you just completely gave up. And you're like, yo, you know what? I didn't really like it. I'm done, right? And this is the point where a lot of people never reach their goals, right? This is the point where a lot of people don't get successful. And, understanding the patterns of you, right? Because when you start your journey, like when you just start, you'll realize, like, okay, you might do this business, then you might do this business, then you might do content, then you might do this. And you just keep trying these things, right? And then one thing leads to the next, one thing leads to the next, one thing leads to the next. And then you start to put pieces together. And then you're like, hold on, if I just take action on this thing, right? And just say, fuck everything else, right? Say, fuck everything else for the next 6 years and just really lock in on this. I can become big, right? I could become fucking big, right? This is when everything changes, but you have to try. You have to fail. You have to try. You have to fail. You have to try. You have to fail, right? But failure is scary, right? Trying is scary because you look bad. You suck, right? Failing sucks, right? It's like, damn, that really just happened. They said, no, I failed my business, but it's a part of life, right? You have to fail to learn, right? You have to fail, you have to learn. And then after you learn, right, you'll understand what you need to do next, what you need to do different from this, from that. And you have all this built up experience, right? And now that you have all this built up experience from actually trying and failing, right? With that big thing that I'm talking about, that thing that's really gonna take you to the next level, the thing that you like, the thing that wakes you up every single morning that you're happy about, that is what's going to take you and rise you to the next fucking level. That is